¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido a Whoreible. This is yours.
Dios bendiga. What's that mean?
Yo, Mandii B, a.k.a. that biche, a.k.a.
Is this French?
Sacondique, and...
You know, I've been to Mexico. So, ¿cómo estás? Bien, ¿y tú? And what else do I know?
We answering our own questions.
Aguacate is my favorite kind of ensalada.
Not you talking about salad, bitch.
And what's aguacate, ho? Bet you don't know.
Well, I like hamburgueso y queso y con ayos con pollo.
Oh, all right.
Anyways, welcome to
It's giving there are no Afro-Latinos.
It's giving we suck.
Y'all,
Welcome, guys.
I'm Weezy. Welcome back to another episode of Whoreible Decisions. I want to give a shout out to my girl Jasmine, who told me it was Hispanic Heritage Month. And she was
bitch,
like,
we don't be putting that on
she
our
said,
calendar.
damn, y'all ain't got no Latinas or anybody like Latinx community? Seriously? And I said, first of all, bitch, we are a nigga podcast. But also, okay, you're right. And luckily, you know, Hispanic hair, because, you know, shit's normally a full month of something. I was like, fuck, we don't have time in September. How is it September 15th to October 15th?
I mean, it's a whole month.
But no, it's like a fiscal. It's a weird fiscal year. It's a weird fiscal month.
Thank for us, because it's the Black Effect Network.
Let's go ahead and introduce our guest.
Yeah, we have the Les Chat podcast in the building. We have, say your name first.
Daira.
Dayara.
Dayara.
Oh, and you
go,
diarrhea.
I do.
Not diarrhea.
They used to call me that when I was in
They called
elementary
you
school.
diarrhea. Well,
Shade.
okay, I was called a man. Duh. Like, that's,
Dumb.
Yeah,
They call
I
me
know.
Gila Monster.
I fucking hate children.
Really, though.
Fuck them kids.
No, unless they're mine, I don't want them.
I don't want them either. I
And
swallow
what
them.
about you? What's your name?
Yes.
JoJo.
JoJo.
That's
okay.
it.
Come on,
Very easy.
JoJo.
It's
Really-
diarrhea and JoJo. Stop it.
So,
It's really Joanna,
Yeah,
but it's JoJo.
Joanna.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
She got
Now,
an AKA.
You
Yeah.
guys we've had a couple before in the building. We haven't had a lesbian couple yet.
I don't think so.
You're welcome.
Oh, no, sorry. I interviewed she was my ex on the episode. Never mind.
The one who wanted to sue us after? That doesn't count.
No, Scissors. It was on Patreon.
Patreon.
But we
okay.
weren't together no more.
Okay.
But yeah, how long y'all been together?
Almost 2 years.
What are you going to do if you break up and you got a podcast?
God bless.
I don't know. I mean, we're getting married, so.
Oh, my
We're
God.
getting married.
Is that a Cartier?
Nobody
no, no,
proposed
no.
yet.
We
Come
haven't
on,
proposed.
relax. I just told you I
Oh.
couldn't afford the podcast alone, let alone
Yo,
a fucking
chill,
Cartier.
chill.
Like,
Now, real quick. So when I saw you guys on the schedule, I was like, ooh, LES pod. But it's Les. Can you guys tell me why you left out the BN for the podcast name? Why it's just Les pod? And clearly, y'all, if you haven't known now, we're talking a lot of carpet munching
Yes.
this episode. So what made you guys choose the name, and what made you want to be so sexuality forward with your relationship? Is it because y'all are a couple? Like, I want to get into the podcast.
no, well, first of all, the bien, I just feel like that's like tacky at this point.
It's giving
Just
women is
a-
good. Les bien.
Yeah, like, nah.
women.
No, it was just a drop it because everything's lesbian this, lesbian that. And I feel like we're getting into a generation where it's not about labels anymore. Everyone's
Hold
some
on.
type of
You
fluid.
non-binary?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was
But
gonna
for
say-
everybody else,
for
you
everyone
know?
else.
Let's know your pronouns.
Yeah.
She, hers.
She.
She hers.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
God.
She heard,
If it was anything else, I was gonna have a.
Here she
I was
goes.
gonna
Nah,
have
Oh, wait,
a
hold on.
problem.
Let me tell
Here
y'all
she
something
go.
real quick that happened to me. And as somebody that
Uh-oh.
I do respect people's pronouns. If you say they, them, I'm going to probably just try to call you your first name in case I forget. So I went into this pet store in Silver Lake, which if no one's heard of Silver Lake, it's this area in Los Angeles that's giving Williamsburg. So now
Okay.
you know why these bitches are talking to me like that. And I could call that they, them a bitch. So I get to the register and honestly, they didn't look androgynous, which is generally when someone's they or them, they've got that look, but I get you can be whatever. But whatever. So I'm leaving. They were helping me with shit for Nina. I was like, all right, ladies, thank you. On the way out, this girl stops me that works there and goes, oh, they're non-binary. And I was like, okay, girl, because I'm just shopping here. Like, you act like we just sitting down having lunch. She's like, no, I just know you come in a lot. I wanted you to know that they are non-binary. I said, okay, girl, like I said. And I made sure to call her girl again. And then she like said something else to me. And I'm like, bro, I didn't even say ladies on purpose to the bitch. Like, and then she was like, they, them. And I'm like, So now you telling me I can't call a they them person a bitch? Because I'm gonna call a bitch whoever the fuck I want to call a bitch.
Oh.
I ain't say that to her, but on the way out in the car, that's what I was saying.
This is getting aggressive.
For real though, bro. Like, first of all, we should talk about that because with pronouns, would you not have felt like, bitch, I'm walking out the store? What
So the way they tried to cancel me already with pronouns, I'm not going to talk on this matter.
So I think that your pronouns, you should say them, obviously, if you are in conversation with someone. But you checking me out the door, hoe? What? Just because I said bye, ladies?
Ooh.
Did I say bye, bitches? Now I will. Dog, I'm tight.
Y'all, she just got aggressive.
God bless.
There's someone non-binary listening to this and watching this who's going to get... And I'm not trying to be Andrew Schultz here, because I respect your pronouns. But you ain't finna tell me that shit at the store, dog. I really feel like...
So now you only use pronouns in certain settings? Ooh, get toxic with us.
You,
not toxic.
my intent was clearly...
I'm just saying, you could call it in a workplace, but not a store. Weezy, I thought you were supposed to be progressive here.
I'm progressive. What you want me to do? Turn around with my receipt and be like, my bad?
My bad,
Yup.
man.
My bad, y'all.
Y'all.
They still a
Is y'all
bitch.
what you would say for them and they?
Yeah, you can't even say
You gotta make it
guys.
like plural.
Oh, yeah,
even
you
if
can't
it's-
say
my
guys.
bad.
Say guys either.
Do you guys have any non-binary friends?
Actually, we don't.
You guys Puerto
We don't.
Rican, Dominican?
So I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Okay, Dominican and Puerto
Dominican
Rican.
and Puerto Rican. You from
Jojo,
the
what you-
Heights? You from
I'm Puerto
Dykeman?
Rican.
Where
No,
you
no,
from?
not from Dykeman.
Where
I'm
you
from
from?
Jersey.
Not from
Jersey.
Dykeman.
Because I ain't gonna hold you.
no.
Where
And
they be
now-
at?
well, real quick, I'm about to get toxic
Stop it,
now.
stop it.
You actually look like one of the hookah girls up in Dykeman.
No, I
I'm only gonna
don't.
say this because you're so beautiful and y'all.
I'd
She
pay
tried to
her.
give me a compliment and it
I'd
wasn't
pay
really
her
a
to be a
compliment.
hookah girl in
So
Dykeman.
now I'm gonna like stereotype the fuck out of you.
Go ahead, go
Because
ahead.
you're beautiful. So I was like, you know, you look like you would be a bottle service girl up in Dykeman.
I just
during
need the
summer.
BBL.
You know,
Not, she got a bottle
I just need
service
the
face.
BBL.
Right.
She's giving bottle
But you
service
do.
face. No, so we come in.
You look
she's
like you would come up and be like, baby, I'm so sorry because honestly, I thought you did not even order
Not
that.
the
You said
accent.
strawberries,
Not the
but we
accent.
put the blueberries in there. I'm so sorry because I thought you liked blueberry hookah. You got a blue shirt on.
See what I mean?
Just like that,
See what I mean? Well, let's
You know
get
why
into-
y'all ain't got no non-binary friends?
Why?
Because
Y'all
I feel
fine?
like no, I was gonna say. I feel like black people and Latino
Here we
people of
go,
color
here we
just
go.
don't let you have it. But and black people be trying. But all of my friends that's Dominican and Puerto Rican, they be off. They don't really catch on too quick. They be like, "What are you talking about? She gay or not?" And I'm like, "Damn,
Sí
bro.
o no, sí o
You
no.
this or that.
Sí o
You
no,
this or
sí
that.
o no.
Like,
Coño.
Like they
Oh,
don't.
that gotta be sí or no.
They don't stand for that shit.
Sí or no.
Why, like, imagine your dads trying to understand that one of you is non-binary. What happened? You already like the women. What happened? You smoking marijuana? I know.
With the accent. Not with the accent.
So you guys started this podcast. What are the things that you talk about on the show besides gay shit?
So we talk about dating, we talk about friendships, we talk about coming out, we talk about literally everything. And we've built like this community where people ask us questions. So we started this new thing called Family Meeting where we answer questions. And we get crazy ass questions. Like one of them that went viral on TikTok was this couple married for 5 years.
God bless.
And her wife got pregnant by a man. So she asked us, do you think I should stay with her until the baby is born? And we were like, girl, no. Like, get out of there ASAP.
Speaking of, I want to shout out to my friend. There was a caller on her show. And I want to know y'all's thoughts on this. We're not in the whole male portion yet, but she brought this up and I was like, bitch, stop. So there was a lesbian couple that wanted to have a baby the traditional way. So through
It's
intercourse.
cheaper.
Well, through intercourse
it is.
and through somebody they knew. It was their neighbor, and the neighbor was fucking both of them because both of them could carry. So he was just fucking both of them for about 6 months. So he wrote in and was like, I have not told them I'm snipped. And so the conversation was the advice on how he should let them know that he's been fucking this lesbian couple who wants to procreate, but he is not capable. Look at everyone's face.
I would kill him.
You would okay.
I'd be
allegedly,
tight.
you would kill him. Don't turn into a killer
Sorry,
on here.
sorry.
But yeah, like fuck. Look, everyone's face just dropped, and I don't even know.
What's the percent chance?
I mean, if you snip,
That
there's-
nigga ain't shit, bro.
He's not shit for
Nothing,
doing that.
nada.
Like they came to him because there was a relationship, and he hadn't let them know that he snipped his balls and was just fucking both of them. And they
Speaking
had.
of balls,
Here we
Okay,
go.
what about
All
them?
right, y'all.
so let's put it out there. I know people say, no way you're really gay. Because we always assume that someone that's more feminine gotta be bi. Or maybe she's just with you right now. Like, my ex used to get hella pissed when people would do that to us. And I'm curious to know.
Do be liking dick.
So I'm sure someone said it to you, right? How does it make you feel when men do that and you're around? Like,
Do what?
when they say shit like, nah, you ain't really gay. That's not your
said,
girl.
They say that shit to me.
Really?
All the time, yeah. And it's
wanna
crazy
put-
because now I feel like men are getting to the point where they're not even pursuing the feminine women, they pursuing the masculine women.
Because I kind of look like you on a normal day.
And they still
You
want to fuck.
do.
I do.
They still want to fuck.
Your
That's why-
outfit right now is some shit I don't wear.
But I told
But I
you,
be
you
taking
give
dick.
gay.
But no, I say that because, like, I feel like if you guys are together and they would only do it to her, like, what is your rebuttal when someone's trying to, like, well, let me see you kiss her?
Yo, guys be scared of her. I swear to God. We went to
Those are
Hawaii
my
and we
dicks.
were at the club and some guy was coming up to me. And I have a girlfriend. She's standing right there. And he was like, oh, my bad, my bad. As
Yeah,
soon
they
as he
dabbed me
saw
up.
you, he was like,
He dapped
shook.
you up?
He dabbed me
Yeah,
up. He
yeah.
was like, yo, my bad, bro. Like, y'all beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. All right. Like, I don't take offense to it because I know my bitch look good. Like, she popping. I'm
And
not
you
mad.
look good, too. So what happens to you when straight girls are like, ooh, I could fuck with this type?
Oh, I'm about to fuck with
Who's
all
the
of them
crazy
this whole
one?
show.
Since
Yo,
y'all
I'll
both
be
Puerto
ready to
Rican.
fight. I'll be ready to fight bitches. I swear to God. She was like,
This is why I don't go to
Excuse
lesbian
me.
parties. The last one was Copacabana, and bitches be fighting.
They do.
Like, they really be fighting.
So
So
my
th-
ex was ready to fight when she came to the Miami show we had.
are you guys open? Do you guys bring women in? Is it just you? Are y'all monogamous? And what do those conversations look like?
It's looking like it's just me and her.
What?
like it's
she
just
just cut
me
me
and
off,
her.
y'all.
I'll be
JoJo
honest,
said,
I thought
bitch.
if you guys came on the show, we'd all have sex. So I'm
Not
okay.
only that, you literally brought us liquor. I'm drinking
I did,
Casamigos
yo.
because of
Liquid
you.
courage.
I told her, I was like, it depends how many like shots I got in.
She the
look.
type that's like, oh, we gotta be on vacation and litty, like
So
No,
where y'all
have
I
you guys had
gotta do a-
threesomes with other partners?
nothing.
Where y'all want to go have Miles?
Come on.
Yeah. I have Miles.
She ready to travel.
You know what I mean?
She ready to travel. She said
I need
vacation.
more
we got
business
you.
expenses.
I mean, we looking for a sugar mama.
We can pot.
so-
Oh no, I don't do that.
No, not that.
That's this one.
Oh yeah.
Weezy is the sugar
I
mama.
didn't even say because it's true.
She's like, I ain't gonna deny.
But you know what? That's what we make money for, bro. I feel
Not to
like
trick on bitches.
I'm not tricking. It ain't tricking if you got it, for one.
Oh.
Period.
Two, I really don't think spending my money on like not even on companionship, right? Because like I'm gonna get pussy or dick anyway. You know what I'm saying? But like I do like treating people to shit. That's
But
like
would you do that for a man?
I'll do it for anybody. Not more women I've dated though,
Mhm.
because I kind of like the courting of women,
Mhm.
even when it's myself, right? Like when men court me. But like I like splurging on men for things. But like generally with women, my pussy gets
Don't
hard.
talk your
Oh,
shit,
okay.
queen.
So
And
wait, with threesomes, you guys have never had one. So you
Uh-huh.
feel like you got to be on vacation. Do you guys have a type? Have you guys thought about?
You know what's funny? We don't. And we
Mm.
both dated like different type of women, like stud,
Different.
femme. She's dated
Different.
stud, femmes. So it really depends on the person for
It's
me.
interesting. That was a issue with my ex.
Mhm.
Like we didn't seem to have the same type. So when we would go to sex clubs, when we go out, the woman that he would look at was never the woman I was looking at, and vice versa.
Mhm.
And so I was just like, "Nigga, you go have your fun. I'm gonna have my fun, and
At this
we'll
point.
meet at the end."
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
But you guys clearly aren't into that.
Mhm.
So have you guys discussed then what you like, and how that could come together?
No.
said no.
haven't.
Look,
Still boring.
Boring.
So like,
Oh,
no,
get
I
him
think
out of
it's-
here.
right.
Look at
Exist that way. I think
Um,
it's mostly because we're still kind of fresh. And I think that coming from the situations we came from and the experience that we had in the past, that we're like trying to move intentionally together in the right ways so we
Mhm.
don't like, run
No,
into
That's so
problems.
beautiful. I
Mandii
need to
and I were
drop some
talking about
violin
that.
strings in here. That was so beautiful.
But it's true though. Like Mandii and I were talking in the episodes next week where we talk about our growth, and one of the things I said was that I don't think I can have a threesome again until I'm really comfortable with somebody. Like, and obviously you're comfortable in 2 years, but like really, like this is it.
Yeah.
Because that shit has so many other dynamics, and honestly, women are just like a lot. And I've never had a threesome with all women, but what I do
Oh,
know
I
is sometimes the male energy can help a little bit.
Yeah.
Like there's like this dominance thing of, oh, okay, well, like who's your, like,
Yeah.
but sometimes with bitches, you be like, bitch, you finna kick me out of here? For example, I saw in one of your clips, there's a lot of domestic violence in gay relationships, and it's because we look at someone like, oh, you're a girl, I'm a guy, whatever. But I do think sometimes it's harder to be more assertive with women. Do you find that in your relationship?
Absolutely. I'm like, oh, baby. I don't wanna...
What's your last fight about?
Our last fight.
God, tell him, babe.
Oh, that was giving babe, bitch.
Are you talking about the one we talked about in the domestic violence?
Is that what it was? I don't know. She threw water in my face.
What'd she do?
Not loving hip hop.
Bitch, what did you do?
I'm gonna say that shit. Where
Loving Bachata. Let's go.
Right.
Stop it.
That's a great name for this.
Yes.
We went to this Poppy tour. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
No,
Poppy
No,
tour?
never. Yeah, so it's no. It's basically like a
PAPI,
party just for girls.
Sorry, Poppy, or some shit like that.
Poppy juice.
No, it's no.
That's
It's
new.
close to that, but
That's
it's
a
not
gay
that.
party
No.
in Brooklyn.
It was actually just an all women. It's not even just a gay women. It's just all women in general party.
Okay.
No men. And at the time they were doing the tour, and it's like a more like Hispanic, like bunch of Hispanic female
That's why we don't know
DJs
it.
and shit.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Right.
But they played in Philly. We got tickets. We went, and it was a bunch of bitches there. Bunch of bitches.
A lot of straight
Not her
girls.
eyes lit up.
Oh, but a
A lot of
straight
straight
girls.
girls.
But I think that was like the, you know, the insecurity right there was like straight bitches. Because in reality, females, I hate to say it, but at least this generation, a lot of females don't have respect.
Watch
they don't
out,
give a fuck.
You can't even say females no more.
I was gonna
Women,
say
women.
females,
you know how they say
whatever.
the tone
'cause
you said it
Yeah,
was
say
female.
women.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say bitches
Just like you said, tell
sometimes.
them.
It's just
Bitches,
the-
women, females,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay.
Right.
You said they don't have respect for who?
like in a sense, period. A relationship, who you talking to, who you with, it
Oh
don't
no,
matter.
we talk about that
Ooh,
during
read
our
me.
meet and greets.
Yeah.
Yep.
well,
Yeah.
yeah,
But you cool, so I'm gonna be respectful and not super flirt with her.
Right.
But I fuck both of y'all.
Right.
But like I'm gonna be respectful and not like, you know.
But you got some bitches that'll be like, I don't want to fuck both of y'all. I want to fuck you.
Wait, in your face, someone has said that.
They haven't said it, but there was actually this chicken in
Look,
no.
yeah.
She said
in,
what?
in Jamaica.
What?
No.
Shorty in Jamaica.
Uh-huh.
Same joint, yeah. There was some joint in Jamaica. Okay, so in Jamaica, we actually happened to. It was like all of Jersey there for some random reason. And we met another
They had a
group
cheap
of people.
flight. That's why y'all was there too.
Yeah, right. All of Jersey was there, and this group was with us. We were getting lit, and I guess they met this girl and this one guy who just got there at the end of our week and was like, "Yeah, there's other people from Jersey here. They lit as fuck. You gotta find them." We're in the pool, and I hear this girl and this dude walking around talking about something. Yeah, we gotta find these other Jersey people. Da da da. We ended up at the lobby bar, and she was happy to be behind me talking about something. Yeah, we gotta find these other Jersey girls. And I turn around, I'm like, "That's us. What you looking for us for?" It's just like, "Oh, I heard y'all lit." The entire time we hung out, she was like looking at me, giving me the eyes, like,
She was not my type.
up?
Like, girl.
yeah, like, what's up? Like, and I'm like, girl, you trying to get me fucked up on vacation? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And she didn't give a fuck. She was literally like, she would be right here. Her sister was right here, me and the girl. And the girl's like, what's good? Like, you
In
trying to slide?
front of you.
Yeah,
In
girl.
front of her. In front of her.
How do you check people? Because like my friend has told me how she's checked men. How do you check women that cross boundaries?
Because they don't think they crossing them.
Women do not think
Which
they
is the
cross
main
boundaries,
problem.
which is actually what we've talked about even going on tour, right? Like there's violations that come from men, but like when we would be on tour, bitches are grabbing our titties, our ass, and like touching us in ways that men could never, but women don't feel like it's a boundary
I had
cross
a work
because
call where
we're
they
women.
said they think that the Women Me Too era is coming.
And I wanted to know then, how do you check a woman who is violating you as a woman?
I feel like initially it's hard because we automatically assume like as women we have that right because it's just like, oh, you're a girl, you got what I got, da da da, and that's kind of like the
It's like
bond
a
you kind of
sisterhood-y
create,
at first.
right? And then I guess it's different, especially as a more masculine presented individual. For her being a femme, she's gonna be like, nah, that bitch trying you, and I'm not fucking with it. And to me, at least my mentor is like, well, I'm still a bitch too. Like I'm not thinking about it in the sense of she trying to kick it to me unless shorty really trying to kick it to me, like she
Right.
busting moves. Which by that time it's already too late. But I just.
But
stay
I
right
feel
there.
like when you have a girlfriend that looks as poppin' as she does, you gotta be okay with people just giving her compliments.
It's kind of
you know?
sexy though.
Right.
But I feel like as women, like in my relationship with my ex-boyfriend, I sometimes would enjoy that attention with him, right? With my ex-girlfriend, I had to do a lot more reassuring. Also, like, maybe she was crazier than he was, but was that because she was a woman? Like, I don't know. But, oh, yeah, like our first time having sex over years, because if anyone remembers, I dated Scissors when I was like 21, 22. We were fucking all the time. I came back. I had horrible decisions by then. For Thanksgiving, flirted with one bitch in the club. She was like, "You gonna do that shit in my face, bitch? Are you crazy?" And we were in the bathroom and it was over then. Then we got back together. Took that pussy right back after our city walk night.
Gimme.
But that shit, I do think is something that you have to manage, right? Like, how do you guys communicate when you're going out together to all women events? Like, when something's making you uncomfortable, but you don't want to ruin the night.
See, that's the thing. So when we went to Poppy Tour, right?
Oh, that was the fight.
Yeah. I was having a lot of drinks, shots, drinks, whatever. There was a lot of straight girls. And girls knew that she's gay because, you know, you look more
Gay.
masculine.
Just say gay.
Right.
No, you look more gay.
So does Weezy.
Can I be real with you? Even when you said masculine, we just had on Jade, right?
Yeah.
She gives me mask vibes.
You actually
But
don't.
She's like STEM.
Yeah. Wait. Here we go.
Femme.
Here we go. There's femme. So STEM is stud and feminine.
Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely
no, because
STEM.
she dresses
Yeah.
femme sometimes.
But also that's
Y'all
science.
gotta see her, yeah.
That's science, technology, something that, and
Girl, that's
STEM
not
in
it.
school.
Yeah.
And science. What is it? Science.
I know what you're talking about.
Electromagnetics, I don't know. But anyway.
Math is the last
So,
one.
right. So you're saying she gets hit on by women more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because she looks gay. So that night, I was like, girl.
This is so funny.
I was like, I feel like you're not communicating with me because she kept like leaving. She was like going to the bar. She was like going to the bathroom. I was like, are you really going to the bar and the bathroom? So we got into like this huge argument
Bitch, it's a party.
in the bathroom. And I threw my water at her because I was so pissed.
She thought I was out here scoring bitches. But that was only because there was some chick actually like that eventually came up.
Some girl was trying to get her, JoJo, and some other girl to make out.
Oh.
I don't remember that.
Whoa.
I remember
I
being
remember
somebody else. The
You
girl
don't
was asking
remember it, but
somebody
you-
else.
Right.
Babe. I was more, yeah. I was actually more sober than they were. And when I was dipping, I wasn't like leaving. I was going to get them water. So I'm like, you know, it's
Why
I
you
guess
can't
it's
even tell the bitches?
because it's the gentleman. No, it was like the
Not the
gentleman
gentleman
in me to be like, babe, you and your sister need water. I got you. Stay here, hold our spot. I go and get water, and she's like, where the fuck you at? And I'm like, I'm getting y'all water. Y'all lit. Like,
Listen, but you know what was the most embarrassing part? We had listeners there, and they saw it.
we was hanging out with them at the time.
Mm.
Oh, I wish
By
I
the
could
way,
be a
would
fly on
y'all
that wall.
fuck? Well, y'all haven't had a threesome, but would y'all be into? Because Weezy loves fucking fans. Would you guys?
I
Fuck
don't
a
love
fan?
it, girl. She acts like
I mean, you
I'm
can't help it
scrolling
if
through the
it's
comments like, let me click on this bitch page.
Right, randomly.
Sometimes I do.
If they popping, they popping.
But yeah,
It
would y'all
depends. I mean, I was surprised when you answered our DM. I was like, she really responded.
Mm-hmm.
I was
So-
shooting my shot.
I will tell y'all why I responded.
Uh-huh.
I look for guests sometimes. Mandy and I are going to record a few episodes, and to me, when the clips are good, one
Y'all
I
had
do,
amazing
I do
clips.
I do like other
Thank you.
podcasters.
Mhm.
I enjoy other podcasters because they know how to talk, right? Like I've got a vanilla shit to get to, but we're flowing. And I think other podcasters can bring something out of you. And I want to highlight other podcasters. That's what we should be doing. But particularly with your clips, I felt like you were getting to a point. And sometimes there's a lot of mindless podcasting shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, we can ask you questions and you'll get to it. Because I don't want to hear about a podcast that's like, we talk about everything.
Yeah.
I do too, ho. If I want to hear about everything, I'll listen to the fucking Breakfast Club. But anyway,
Right.
I have another question, particularly about stud femme shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people don't want, I feel like, to believe that maybe the woman they're attracted to when they're a stud or a stud femme stem likes men or has been attracted to men. Do you ever find yourself, because you said I was being a gentleman, when you're around men getting more girly, or do you turn into one of the bros?
I feel like it depends who I'm around. Most times I'm brown motherfuckers, but there's sometimes where I'm like, bitch, I'm still a girl.
Like, she want to get her shots. She wants to
Oh
get her
yeah,
shots.
if we out, I'm getting my free shots.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna be
This
cute.
is what I love about men.
Yo,
and women.
but
yeah,
she's
we
more
get hella
femme
free
than I am.
shit.
Yeah.
I can see that. Do you
Mhm.
guys ever use how hot you are as like a gay lesbian couple to get free drinks?
You saying that is gonna move everyone to the YouTube. Like, let me go see what these
Let me
motherfuckers.
go see. Let me
Let's
test
go see what
them.
these
They
bitches look
got
like.
you.
Let me try.
No, they are
Right.
beautiful. If y'all are listening audio
But
only,
for
please
real,
go
though,
over to
because
Horrible Decisions
my
on
ex
YouTube.
hated that I would
Yeah.
do that. Like, if we went to the club and niggas had a table, I'm like, oh my God, come on, baby.
Girl, I'm
Let's go
all
get
up
these
on that.
drinks.
Last time we went to Atlantic City, we met like this big group of guys, and they had their own section. I was like, girl, let's get in there. And we got in there.
Yeah. I was actually surprised because I was like, babe, let's get in there. Like, I know we gonna get drinks. I know I'm fucking cute. I know you fucking cute. Why
But
not?
she turned into one of the bros.
Yeah, I did. I had to
She
dab them up
very
because I was
quick,
like,
but I
all
don't-
right.
Because they were
yeah.
like probably saying, oh, you know your girl's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
You
they
like,
were trying to go to a strip club
didn't-
after, and I was, but we didn't get to go.
The crazy part is I didn't even have to do that though, because like the fit that I was wearing, it was like, oh, once they knew like
They
she was my
loved it.
girlfriend, it was like, yo, I ain't even gonna try you. Like, you fly. You
Mhm.
fly. I fuck
Guys
with your
love
vibe. They
a
love
lesbian that they would hang with.
But also,
Because
guys,
they know
I
you gonna
think-
bring bitches.
Well, also, if they get y'all
Right.
drunk enough, do you feel like men being around y'all have also maybe been like, ooh, I'm gonna get both of them?
Mm.
No.
No,
No.
don't say
Speaking of that,
no.
have either of you ever slept with a man?
Yes.
Mhm.
Both of y'all.
Yeah, we have.
okay. And y'all don't
Guilty.
miss the dick?
Nope.
Damn.
Well, I
Guilty.
consider myself bisexual,
So,
but I'm
Oh,
like,
we gotta get into that. Not the side, bitch. Oh, we gonna get into that.
she said, well, so I ask you that because
Mhm.
penetrative sex, is
Yeah.
that enough for you? Or do you sometimes actually...
See, that's the thing. I'm not blessed like Mandii. Like, I do not
am I
get
blessed?
orgasms
Oh,
from penetration.
from penetration.
But when
Okay.
you said you're bisexual, I wondered like if that was something that men were giving you that you enjoyed. So no, penetrative sex.
No.
How do you guys normally have sex?
Well, damn. That was a lot.
I put my mouth on it.
Woo.
I like to take my time and slow kiss a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Start up the engine and use a couple fingers.
Start up the
Same,
engine.
same.
Oh,
We
yeah.
switch.
So
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
is oral your main and favorite form of sex?
Yeah, we actually don't even have a strap.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what then?
Scissoring?
We scissor.
I do.
Mhm.
I didn't want to jump. I hate jumping in the outline. But you being bisexual and you
Mhm.
being a STEM, I would say then, I've had a huge issue with talking to women because they don't want to date someone bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
Was that something once you realized I like women, I don't want to go back to men, you didn't identify yourself as bisexual. So what was the thought process with being with someone bisexual? And do you ever feel inadequate? Like you're not giving her everything she wants?
With her specifically, no.
Okay.
Maybe because she always guy shaming or whatever. She's like, I'm
talking
not
shit.
here for them
I be
motherfuckers.
talking shit.
She do. But even that, like, I think for me, I guess in a sense I didn't give a fuck because also we're in a generation where everybody's bisexual. They want a little bit of both. That's cool.
Mm.
Everybody's a little fluid nowadays. But I feel like, I mean, in all reality, most gay bitches fuck with straight girls. So it's like,
That's
why
a
are we
very,
accepting the
very
straight girls
fair-
and we
fair
always want to hit the turn out, which half the time when you turning out a shorty, this is shorty that was
Yeah.
already curious,
Lesbians
didn't
recruit
know.
straight women. They do it.
which she not
Vinny,
about.
one of our, we talk about Vinny all the time.
Gay guys do the same thing.
He
They do.
loves
Yeah.
fucking straight niggas because he knows it takes long. He's like, and he'll call me and he's more excited to tell me a story about that than fucking a dude, right? He'd be like, girl, we were
Wow.
kissing and then he was rubbing on his dick and then he wanted to taste mine and then we had to stop because his wife was in the room.
Wait, so,
I'm like,
there's-
man.
so do you feel like there's a big DL culture with women too? As much as we, like when we refer to down low, it's mostly associated to men,
Mhm.
right? Is there a DL culture with women too?
There
Yeah,
is.
it's all them best friends that think like, oh,
Uh-huh.
you know,
That's
you
my
cute,
best
bitch,
friend.
and then y'all get lit, and then
Uh-huh.
they want to be like, yo, tag me in, like I want to
Yeah.
know what that's like. Yeah,
when
they
you
out
when
here.
you've had sex with straight women, both of you, what do you find that the most annoying thing about it is?
A
I
little
don't
princess.
date straight girls.
She don't.
It's too much
I'm
work.
not here
Same.
to teach them.
Same.
No, I'm
Same.
not a teacher.
Same.
But I feel like for her, like she's had enough of like dealing with guys and having to tell
Yeah.
them how it is or whatever. Because she's a very assertive individual.
Ooh.
Very assertive.
Now
So
she
she's
calls
giving
you a
masculine.
bitch.
She's giving
Well,
dominant.
honestly, like I look more femme,
Again.
but I feel like I'm more mask. Like
Mm.
her personality, she has dominance in her
dominant.
More type
personality.
A.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
But-
That's always how it is with niggas. When you date your man, they be like, all right, babe.
Mhm.
You know?
Ah.
Like, so I do want to get back real quick to the sex with men. Maybe a threesome will happen in your future. Do you think that a man would be easier? Because
Oh, wait.
what do you think? But
It would be easier.
Men are
easy.
way
I ain't
easier
gonna
than
lie.
women.
So
yeah,
easy.
but
like,
would you? How would you like? Would you want to have sex with the dude?
I think it would depend. He gotta be popping. Popping.
Okay, what's your man type?
I see.
like Chris Brown.
Disrespectful.
Why?
You can't be asking them what their man type is while they sing. Like, yeah.
Why are we talking? Bitch, it's a sex podcast. Shut the fuck.
So he gotta look like Chris Brown.
I actually think that.
I put on the accent. You do accents every episode.
Okay, go. Because
true.
one of my icebreakers was celebrity man. If you guys had to pick one for the threesome.
Well, she said it. It probably would be Chris Brown.
Really?
I hate to say it. I mean,
But
he ain't
like,
gonna smack me, but
yeah,
I
that's
might
the
let
only
him,
thing.
you know,
Not-
bust it
You
out.
gotta look like him,
damn.
but not act like him.
Oh, y'all are
yeah,
like
nah.
Don't do that.
It's giving Mandy.
Some dark skin motherfuckers be popping.
She want Trevante Rose, little tiny ass.
I want Skepta for real.
You know?
Really?
Oh,
Well, you're not white enough. He was just with Adele.
Oh,
You're not giving Adele.
girl, he was also with Naomi Campbell.
God bless. He
Oh.
around.
Right.
He doesn't have a type then.
Guess
Okay,
right.
say less.
Yeah.
Say less.
Do
Say
they
less.
ever have
Okay.
a type?
Okay, so Chris Brown for the both of you. Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, well,
Potentially.
I know Mandy's dying.
Other
for
than
the
Bad
outline.
Bunny.
I am
Oh, Bad
dying for the
Bunny,
outline.
yes.
Not gonna lie. It's been the longest intro of horrible decisions history.
This is only an intro.
That's what, right.
Cinnamon
Bro,
Love
I'm
last
Mandy
week,
when it comes to
no, but Cinnamon Love was given a game that it just like
Yeah,
we
we
had to sit and
didn't.
listen.
We didn't do the outline.
So-
2 weeks in a row. This is how you know when Weezy does the outline, we have no outline.
That's
That's how it
JoJo.
is for me.
I'm the one with the outline.
If it's
It's
flowing, it's
flowing,
flowing.
flowing.
I don't. Because
Flowing
I don't
is
like
nuts.
it to
Ooh,
be
are y'all
like.
periods at the same time? Speaking of
No.
flow,
Yo, I wish.
that was the
Damn, so
hardest
y'all
thing
only get
about
to
me.
fuck twice a month? Like 2 weeks out of the month?
Be
Yes.
lucky because
Yes.
That sucks. Do you have
Wow.
period
Terrible.
sex?
No, I know you do, but
Good.
not her telling you about yourself.
Oh, bitch,
God bless.
with your bloody ass.
That shit was
Go ahead to the vanilla shit with your bloody
Wait,
ass.
wait. You both don't like it, or one of you
No,
would have it?
So we don't, but I'm not scared, which I don't know if y'all know, but I'm not scared to go grab my little Rosie and get to it.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
What's
so
that little
The little
Rosie?
rose
The
John?
rose.
Yeah.
The pink
that little
rose.
rose
No, I'm
vibrator.
good. I don't want to see the string hanging out. I'm good on all that.
I mean, I'm not going to see the string. Listen,
I don't
at the
see
end of the day, I think it's different too.
You
Because
just ignore it then. But you know what? Most
It
women
depends
are
who you fucking
delusional.
with.
So it makes complete sense that out of
Not
nowhere you
delusional.
don't see a
I've
twat.
scissored on a period.
Hanging out a twat.
No, when you when you're horny and you feeling it, you just gonna let it rip. At that
Right.
point, they already
Nope,
already
not.
pushed the boundary. They're already like getting you in that mood. And you like, fuck it.
Are any of
Yeah.
y'all are either of y'all God's chosen like myself? Do you have a 3-day period? Or
No,
oh,
girl.
yeah.
I
Hell no.
actually just found out I have endometriosis.
Same.
Oh wow.
Yo, we're twins.
I
Y'all
know.
fucked
Fuck.
up.
When's your
Wow.
birthday?
I'm a Virgo. We're both Virgos.
Okay, first off, endometriosis has nothing to do with her.
No,
sex.
she's also allergic.
Whoa.
She's also allergic to eggs.
That's that gay shit.
I'm like, bitch, stop.
When's your birthday?
Oh.
No, I know you're a Libra.
What's your sign?
Yeah.
Not me trying to
When
take
your
your
birthday's
birthday.
coming
Yes.
up.
Okay.
My birthday is tomorrow, actually.
Oh, shit, that's right.
But wait, so in finding that out, I know that endometriosis can also lead to sometimes infertility, heavy blood flow, cramping.
Mhm.
How do you show up for her in a moment of, say, a bad month, or where it's coming, to where it affects literally your behavior, it affects your whole body.
Mhm.
Have you shown up for her in those moments, and are you like not accepting of it, but
Well, for her, it's like a hit or miss because I know for some, like in the beginning, she was taking birth control to like kind of
to regulate
to
it?
balance.
Yep.
Yeah. So I didn't get to see it a lot of the time because I
Okay.
guess it was balancing her at some point. But recently, it's actually been like really bad. So I've experienced it in past relations, and I know that shit's not fun.
It's not.
So I just, when I am home at least, I'm like, what you need? You
Come
need to
on
do
with the ice
something.
packs.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the ice packs. Because she get
The hot
everything.
packs, all of that.
Yeah,
like,
Everything.
Headaches,
I've never
she
used an
gets
ice
all
pack,
that
but-
shit.
She's
Yeah,
the best.
I mean, there's ice packs, there's hot packs, there's the
All that shit.
massaging of just your lobe. Like
right.
Yup.
my friend would ask, can you just massage my head? Because
Yeah.
the migraines come, and it's also
That's how
just
it
the
is.
cramps are really bad.
Yeah.
So,
No,
well,
she's the best.
Also,
I love that you're like,
what
understanding of
helps
that.
is cuddling.
Oh,
And
Jesus, here we go.
the
Vanilla, shit.
is there's a cuddle therapist that gets paid $1,300
Wow.
to
An
just
hour?
be held, no sex, no. Basically $1,300 to sleep over and let you cuddle them. So a cuddle therapist is speaking out about this unusual occupation. Her name is Missy. She's 43. She looked real good though. She says hugging heals the body, mind, and spirit. And she never has sex with clients. She doesn't even call herself a sex worker. She's never had clients attempt to do anything like that. She makes both male and female customers sign an agreement before the healing can begin. As part of the agreement, genitals and breasts are to be covered at all times, and there are strict limits for touch. They are off limit for touching. Sorry. So basically, she was a fashion blogger who was working as a cuddle therapist for a short amount of time, and they have experienced erections while there's an embrace, but she says there's never an issue. And she doesn't believe there's something sexual about it. She said people get aroused and embarrassed, but it's only natural. She knows that men are often the ones that need this service because they can be overlooked when it comes to mental health support, claiming that a lack of touch exacerbates loneliness and can cause overeating, self-destructive habits, smoking, nail biting, which I thought was funny to say. But she said,
niggas be having weird ass fingers. They be biting their nails. They got nubs all the motherfucking time.
Yeah.
They be putting clear polish on their nubs.
That's true, they do.
I be hating nigga hands.
Especially when I see niggas
I hate
get
it.
gel.
So
I'm
you
like,
really noticed that shit.
Yeah, man hands be not it.
You remember that lady that said to Vinny when we were out getting our nails done? She goes, "You want to do clear color because you man?" Okay, anyway, sorry. So she had a female customer that needed a mommy cuddle. And basically, she said she called me after her boyfriend of 2 years walked out on her. She had no friends or family in the area. I went straight to her. She said her skills are that of a masseuse. I work like a massage therapist, where basically the skin is the biggest organ and the gateway to our emotional capacity. Some people hate the idea of being touched, but we're programmed to need it. So for those who can't afford it, she'll offer cheaper packages, $70 for a cuddle for 1 hour, 2 hours, $195, but $1,300 is overnight.
But the one with the mommy issues is interesting because I don't think I ever
I think that maybe meant she was like the big spoon.
Yeah, but I've never even felt the need to be spooned or cuddled or coddled by my mom.
I'm always coddled by my mom.
But as an adult,
it's like when you call your mom for advice.
But as an adult, that hasn't been an intimacy that I've craved. You know what I mean?
You're telling me you've never called your mom to
I call my mom. Having a conversation with my mom is different than being coddled and cuddled by my mother figure. So for someone to coddle or be cuddled by a woman in search of a mother thing, I understand daddy issues, mommy issues in the way of intimacy. I've never seeked my mom for intimacy. And maybe
but you don't have daddy issues for intimacy either. Daddy issues.
Well, no, but now I love intimacy. I've never hugged my dad. I never had, but now, and that's probably why I was with men the way I was in my 20s. But now that's all I want is intimacy with men.
Yeah,
but I've never wanted to be cuddled or coddled by my mother.
I've never wanted to be cuddled by my dad either, but I feel like the mom, everyone knows maybe your mom's or a grandma thing. I kind of get that.
My grandma ain't never want to cuddle with her ass either. I ain't never want my grandmama to be a big spoon bitch.
What the fuck? I think that the cuddle word is a blanket.
I think it's a sense of nurturing from a women's standpoint.
Nope, I'm sorry. Boom, we gonna hug and be gone.
And that's why you ain't getting $1,300 an hour.
That's fine.
Where's physical touch on your love language?
Physical touch is actually, I've realized, super, super high. I would say maybe number 2. Number 1 for me is for sure acts of service.
Same.
So it's acts of service, physical touch, then quality time. Quality time is like number 3.
Find that you service each other's love languages?
I try my best with her. I feel like it's a lot more easier for me, I guess.
Because you like quality time?
Yeah.
What is hers that you feel like is a little bit harder for you to accommodate her?
She said that's her number 1. That's her number 1. And that, I feel like for me, when I'm doing my best to try and give her those acts of service, it's never enough because she's the type of person who's on go at all times. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Everything happens within that 24-hour, period. And I'm like, girl, one day at a fucking time.
But real quick, let me ask
you. What do you think is something?
Go ahead.
Something that she does amazing in your relationship.
There we go.
I would say quality time. I feel like we go above and beyond when it comes to going on dates and making sure that we have those date nights. And,
that's good.
Right after this, we're going on a date. So I feel like we do well with that when it comes to
giving
what about her? What does she
I'm
do
joining,
that's amazing?
bitch. No, I'm just playing.
it is, which I guess for me it was never acts of service until like we got together. Just like I was never affectionate before I got with her, and now I'm like I feel like I'm overly affectionate. Like people used to always have to tell me about myself, like, oh, you're not affectionate enough, you're not embraceful enough.
Does any of that have to do with coming out and shit?
Nah.
I actually wanted to ask you another question, because it's been something that recently I've dealt with. You said you show up in what you believe is acts of service, but you don't feel like it's enough.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's an internal thing that maybe she will, like, even if she says it's enough, do you feel like you're just innately not doing enough? Or is there a time that you could say exactly what you're doing is enough and I need you to know that it's enough? Because this is a new love language for you to show up with for her.
Yeah.
And this was an issue with my ex where I'm like, exactly what you're doing makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
But he never felt like he was enough.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something at all that you guys talk about where you feel like you know what she wants and you still don't feel like you're showing up?
For the most part, yeah. I feel like, I know she does these things every day. Let me pick up the slack so she doesn't have to do it. And then sometimes I just think like, all right, like, even if I do those things, she about to find a whole new thing to get into. And I'm just like, can you just relax?
Are
Like,
you guys in couples therapy at all?
It's
Nah.
all in her head. No.
Yeah.
It's in her head.
It's all in her
It
head.
is. I do think that because for the most part, I feel like, which I tell her all the
You
time.
really
I'm
is a man, girl. You my ex. Bitch.
No, because I tell her all the time, I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm dating the person that I was for everybody else. So, again, like I said, a lot of people would say, you're not embraceful enough, you're not present enough, you're not affectionate enough. And I'm like, yo, I'm fucking here. What more do you want? And now that I'm with her, where I'm like actually more intentional and I want to be here and I do like want this, I feel like now I'm the other like people that I dealt with where I'm like,
Wow.
fuck, like I'm here. Hey, I'm here.
But you're not. And you're enough. Everything that you do is more than enough.
Yeah, but like, the shit.
Oh,
Look,
y'all
y'all
so
saw her
cute.
flip. Like,
Y'all so cute.
Now, speaking of more than enough, I'm assuming she makes you come. Tell us a hors d'oeuvre, but
Yes.
let's go opposite.
Oh.
You talk about something she does good in bed, and you tell us the same. So let's start with you.
I like when she eats me out and then fingers me at the same time.
Same. I love a finger.
What do you do with your fingers specifically?
Mm.
Up and out?
So it depends.
around?
Yeah. So for
They can see you
I
on
don't-
YouTube, just so
right.
you know.
I'm
You
like,
can give a demo.
I'm not
Right.
trying to give you all the juice on how to fuck my girl.
No, please help.
But for the most part, it's like it's a little bit of in and out, but I get to that in and out motion, like that come here.
Mm.
Come here, baby.
We know.
Yeah,
I know that.
and that
Okay.
shit works for her. Don't get no fucking ideas, but that shit it works. So and that I like to give a little mouth to mouth at the same time. It's nice the penetration and a little.
I read a meme recently that said if they kiss the thighs and kiss the pussy slow, you know the head's about to be good.
Mhm.
I actually agree with that.
I love to do that.
To me,
It's slow,
head
'cause-
is even better when you come up and kiss me in my actual mouth after you kiss my other lips.
Oh,
Like,
that's hot.
but then also like now we're connecting to where I know how I smell, how I taste, and now I just enjoyed that with you. Like that's
I love
if you
to
gonna
smell
eat my
my own
pussy, you gotta kiss me right after. If I suck your dick, I gotta kiss you right after. And if you don't want me to kiss you after I suck your dick,
It ain't it.
your dick is not it.
Right.
That's it.
That's also weird when niggas do that, but that hasn't
That's your
happened to me in
own
a long
shit.
time.
Like,
Yeah,
why
right.
the fuck?
I don't deal with them childish ass niggas no more either.
Oh, okay. Now you tell us something
Your
she does
turn.
amazing in bed.
So all right. I don't want to say surprisingly enough, but
Here we go.
But surprisingly enough.
I guess it's always shade on feminine women is that they don't give good head.
No,
And
I think Jade
by
said
the
that
grace
in the
of God, this woman gives good head.
Ooh, not
She
the
does.
grace
Not
of
praise
God.
the Lord.
Praise the fucking
Hallelujah.
Lord. No,
Dios
dead ass.
mío.
Because I feel like when you fuck with feminine females, now they're changing. They're stepping up. They're like, yo, I want parts too. But at least like when I started, it was like pillow princesses. Especially with straight women, you fucking with women who never fucked with women,
And they don't
just
want
like
to
the
eat your
pleasuring
pussy.
part of
They
it.
just,
They're not really
they just
gay.
want to receive.
Correct.
No, they're not really gay.
I have a friend that recently told me she was a pillow princess, and I couldn't even believe she admitted it. I was like, "Are you dead ass, bro?"
That's okay to
But
an
she
extent,
was like,
though.
"Bro," and she was like, "I must have good pussy because like they be coming back, but I don't do shit."
You
I
just
was
get
like,
it. Yeah.
"Wow, bro."
Wow.
Mhm.
Like, but to know that you know you're like that. Now she got a fat ass and big titties, so like maybe that's where it's just like, fuck it, we gonna fuck you anyway.
Mhm.
But yeah, she just flat out was like, I can't say I'm a pleaser.
Well, then let me ask you, JoJo, what makes good head?
So I guess for me, I can't speak for all my STEMmy study bitches, but it's definitely the clip play. A lot
Okay.
of people don't know that, and I feel like, in a sense, as females, especially more feminine females, we lack that is because we don't know. Like, you don't do it, but it's like, do it how you would want it done. That's the only way I feel like you can really start. If you like it this way, it's either gonna work for her or it's not. She's gonna tell you it's not.
Right.
But that's your starting point. I don't even know how I fucking did it when I started.
Wait, you don't know how you started eating pussy?
I don't know. See,
I don't either.
I watched a lot of L Word at the time, like the original L
Oh
Word.
my God.
Wait, what is this?
The
Yeah.
hours?
It's giving life, baby. What you mean?
You gotta watch
So
it.
life, L is in life?
Yes, life.
Girl, you heard of
literally.
the L word? Are you serious? Mandy,
I've-
stop.
Look at her.
What
Come
the
on,
fuck
let's
is the
get
L
to
word?
it.
There's no way you've never
Talk
heard of the
sex
L
with Sue
word.
Johansson.
The
And
L
Zayn.
word on Showtime, the show about lesbians.
First off, I just got money. Showtime is a premium channel.
Son, it was the
Bitch,
same
it
channel
is,
that
it
Zayn
is.
was on. You know,
No, Zayn was on Oxygen. That was a free cable network channel.
My mom loves
I thought
that shit.
Zayn was on.
No,
Showtime.
it was on
I know.
Oxygen.
I don't pay for all that shit. So,
So
Well, I
Showtime
watched
is
the
a
sex
premium
scenes on
channel.
Showtime.
Don't know what the
But
fuck the L
that
word
word
is. What is
literally
it?
like as a hella famous show.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about that is, one of the people I work with used to work on the show, and she was like, all of the writers, like a lot of the experiences were men. So when the new gen L word came out on Amazon recently, it felt more lesbian.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh.
yeah,
Is it fictional or documentary or what is
It's
it?
giving Gay Sex in the City in a way.
yeah,
Mhm.
basically.
Oh.
You gotta watch it.
Basically.
It's good.
Okay.
And a
So-
lot of it is LA based, which there's hella gay bitches.
So they're
in
making
LA.
avocado toast for each other. How sweet.
Basically.
Bro, like you learn about turkey baster shit. One of my favorite scenes in the L word was there was a couple, black and white couple, where they wanted to have a kid.
Oh, bad
And
Tina.
they were trying to find a sperm donor. And she's like, oh my God, babe, the black girl comes home to the white girl. She's like, I found the perfect guy. Like, he's an artist. Like, I found him. He's amazing. Like, he's going to come over and drive you to the sperm bank. She was like, yes. So she opens the door and he's black. And she was like, what the fuck?
Oh, because she wanted a biracial baby. So she
Well,
wanted a
no
white man?
one, they didn't
She didn't
discuss
expect
it.
it, yeah.
Oh,
So she was
shit.
like, why didn't we talk about this? And the guy was like, she looked so surprised. She was like, I'm hoping Beth told you I was black.
Right.
She's like, oh yeah, totally. But no, it was a really good scene. And in the new show, you get to see like the kid grown up and shit like that. But a lot of that had to do with coming out. There was a character that was very ashamed of being gay.
Yeah.
And but before we wrap, I think we've definitely got to do our due diligence in knowing your families. Do they like each other, hate each other, hate you, being gay? What is it? What's
Let's
your
get
coming out
into the
stories?
horrible decision of lesbianism.
I actually been very lucky for the most part. Like, my parents don't have an issue with it. I just took a very long time to tell my mom. So I told I started knowing by like 8th grade year. And then by freshman year, I was like, all right, let me test this theory. And at that point,
How'd you test it?
talking to bitches, I was like, all right, like, y'all do this? Like, I was on a basketball team at that too. So
Pretty gay.
I'm full of, yeah. I'm around all girls at the time. So if you giving me play, I'm taking it. And at the time, I was obsessed with this one girl, which it didn't work. So that was a waste. But I was like, damn. That freshman year, I told my dad, I told my brothers, I didn't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, for my relationship with them, it didn't matter. Like, you either love me or you don't. I don't care. My mom was the main person. And I honestly didn't officially tell my mom until I started dating her.
Oh,
I'm 28. I started dating you when I was 26, 27, some shit like that. So I
Wow.
didn't officially tell her till.
Did she say she always knew?
I knew she always knew. And other than the fact that, like, I knew
'Cause you
she
got a
had
gay
her
face.
suspicions, not even. I had a lot of gay friends too.
Ah.
So my brother would out me to her. My brother, her sisters, and like, I'm really close to her siblings because her siblings are like around our age. So these motherfuckers already knew.
Did you ever consider having like a beard? You ever think about bringing it home and they could just be like, look, mom.
I did.
wait, you had a beard.
Mhm.
Thanksgiving beard, like Christmas beard? What happened? Tell
Did
me.
they believe you?
Uh-huh.
You held his hand?
Y'all talked about this on the
And
pod.
this was right before
This
I
is
met
actually
her.
before I started dating her.
I was like,
Shut
you was
up,
dating
tell
guys.
us.
Oh my gosh.
So when my mom never knew. Out of high school, I dated some girl. Dated her for like 4 years. We broke up. She broke up with me. Whatever. It happened. And then I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm about to do whatever the fuck I want. Because at the time I felt like I was very like coddled. Like I wasn't out here yet. I wasn't doing nothing. I had no other sexual experiences other than with that relationship. So I got tired of the whole like being in this box for this person that dubbed me anyway. So I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm about to be out here. And I ended up fucking with guys. Well, I only fucked with 2. And I was like, in a way, I guess for me.
Did they know you were gay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
Are you still cool with one of them?
Dudes love that shit. No, I don't
no.
touch them. Guys love that shit. They like adore that shit. They like, oh, like you more masculine. Like they don't want feminine shorties no more. But I would tell them, the first dude, I was like, yeah, I never fucked with a dude, and I don't really care how this go. I just think you pop in. That is what it is. I did fuck with the first guy for shits and giggles. And I think that was out of the idea of like, I wanted that sexual power. Because I feel like guys think that they're in control in like when it comes to sex. And it's like, nah, like you fuck because I let you fuck.
You're lucky.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Period.
I really didn't have to let that happen. And I think I was in a curious stage too, where it was like, we tell shorties all the time, don't knock it till you try it. So I was like, let me try it. And I did. And I was like, all right, I don't hate it, but I'm not here for it.
The second dick, was it better?
It was better. It was better. I hate to say that. But I also think that I dealt with him longer was because of the connection that we had. He was giving me more feminine energy.
Yeah.
And I think that I attached to that because I'm used to the feminine
In what
energy.
way?
Just his personality.
Softer.
Yeah.
More
Softer, more
He said,
genuine.
yes,
he gave
bitch.
more fuck.
Is that what he was giving?
Yeah, he was giving less dismissive and more attentive. And he actually happened to be the person that was like, you're not embraceful enough. Like you're not here. And I was like, the fuck do you want? Like, I'm here.
I want to smell some pussy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's even like been my dilemma. Like, I really like enjoy being with women intimately and sexually, but relationship wise, I'm good. It's too much. Like literally, even with dating certain guys, even my ex, I'd be like, I be talking to my homegirl like, bitch, I'm dating a bitch. Fuck, the nigga's emotional. And like, I realized how much like I'm someone that can't be there on an empathetic level, and women require a lot of emotions. And so even when I deal with a man who is emotional, I as a woman don't know how to deal with that. Because again, we're used to men being more dismissive, not needing as much attention.
Right.
And so for how you have to show up for a woman, I don't think I even have the capacity to do
it. Right.
Like, sexually, we have fun. You can be my homegirl, and then I can eat your pussy, and then, girl, go on your way, have fun. But the emotional needs of women is very hard to come by. And literally every time I deal with a woman and it gets a little serious, I hit up my homeboys like, ooh, y'all got it hard, nigga.
Now tell us your coming out story.
So growing up, my mom was not with the shits. My mom's Dominican.
Okay.
And I remember she found a picture of my older sister kissing her friend. And she kicked my sister out.
Not on the camera that had to be
Yeah,
developed?
girl, developed. She saw it. She kicked my sister out, and then after that, I was like, oh, yeah.
You were scared.
She's not with that. So I didn't come out till later in life. So I came out when I started dating her. And it's funny because when I came out, I was like, I'm gay, and I'm actually moving in with her. So it was all at once. I told them all at once. And we were dating for like, 6 months?
I think it was 8 at the time.
Boy,
8
that's
months.
some fast lesbian shit.
Y'all move fast.
Right. Yeah, so.
But that's the crazy part is I never moved that fast until I started dating her.
Because she looked like a Dykeman bottle server.
Yeah, I got my Spanish girl at the time. I was like, let's get it.
And you guys are doing family functions now, like
But now my family is like totally cool with it.
y'all
Like,
hold hands and kiss.
In front of the family?
We'll kiss, yeah, we'll kiss.
In front of the family?
But very quick, very quick.
I remember my
Yeah.
aunt's funeral. My mom was super chill, but like for some reason at the funeral, my ex was showing me a lot of love, right? And I remember like she leaned over her head on me, and my mom looked at me like, "You gonna be gay right now?"
Not here.
Not at the funeral,
And you know,
bitch.
my grandma, I always say like a reason that it was, I think grieving her was easier is because one, she's old and we celebrate someone who's lived a long life, but two, she really knew who I was. But I remember her watching us, like, okay, how you doing? Nice to see you again. Okay. this is it.
Yeah.
Before you
That's for
guys came
real.
out, and this is just because I want to bring this all the way back to really our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all ever play house with your homegirls or teacher and student or anything that was really toxic now that we look back at it? But did you ever like dry hump your friends early on? I just know that was an experience with me. Like anytime I played house, I was dry humping my homegirls early on. Was that an experience that y'all had or did that come later in life?
It was, and I was always dad. You know how they
Not
play
you was
mama?
always dad, not
Yeah.
you.
Right?
Not you.
Babe.
Not you being daddy.
I was.
That's how you know.
That's why you
That's how you know, right?
Well,
I mean, I play daddy, but
But
That's obvious.
Now, I know that everybody's listening and probably like running to see what you look like.
Oh my God.
But I want you to tell people where to find you and also let them know what they can expect in future episodes.
You want me to do that?
yeah, girl.
So our podcast is called Let's Chat Podcast. It's everywhere. On
TikTok,
all,
YouTube.
all platforms, and we talk about everything. We talk about everything gay related. So even when it comes to STDs and cheating,
damn, I meant to ask you about that.
literally everything. So go ahead.
No, I'm
and
gonna ask
follow
that.
us.
Fuck that. I know we got to close out. But what is that conversation, especially with her being bisexual, but when you guys first met, we talk about how often lesbians don't go into thinking that there's an STD because I don't know, for whatever reason, the homosexual conversations that we've had on this pod, STD testing and questions only arise during heterosexual relationships. It's never even a thought as much, especially with women on women interactions. What are those conversations normally like? Not only together, but in your past.
So it's funny because when we met, it was in 2020. So right like after the pandemic, like restaurants were still like open, but not too many people, like limited seating, clubs were closed. So I was on my whole shit and I started dating this guy, right? Girl, with my luck, we had sex and the guy gave me HPV. Then I met her like 2 weeks later and I was like so scared to tell her. I was like, we were already talking for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then she came over. She drove an hour and a half, and I was like, I'm gonna make her drive. I don't know how she's gonna act.
She was
Wait,
not
wait,
close.
because you couldn't do anything at the time. Were you on medication? Because you
So the thing with HPV is that you can't. It doesn't go away. Like
Right,
it goes
no.
away like 2 years. But I didn't have any symptoms. You could
Okay.
either have warts or like no symptoms.
right.
So I was like, how the fuck I'm gonna tell this girl that I just met that I have HPV? She's gonna be like, what the fuck is that? And I was shook.
HPV? How you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
it in
Well,
Spanish?
do not do that.
What?
Head check, pet, 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 pet. I just like to add a at the end of everything.
So we were laying in bed, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta tell her. So I was like, I gotta tell you something.
Mind you, hold on. It took us. We didn't have sex for like 3 weeks.
Because of
And I was,
that. 'cause I
again,
kept
being a
thinking of
gentleman.
that.
Come
I was
on,
like,
gentlemen.
You know, I don't want to be a fuckboy. I actually like her. Like, I don't want to push no limits. I'm going to let her call the shit. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks. And I was like,
And
all
I was
right,
like, I
at
can't
this
wait no
point-
more.
Yeah. And she tried to make it seem like it was me. Girl, no. Yeah, it was you.
Yeah, so I was like, I gotta tell you something. And then I told her, and she was like super cool with it.
I love
I
also
ain't
just
gonna
like
lie. I'd eat your HPV pussy too. I think I would.
I'm not gonna lie, looking at you, me too.
No. But you know what it is?
Deadass.
It's probably because we know, I think it's something like 85% of women have it,
Eight,
right?
yeah,
So it's a scary
80.
conversation to have,
It is.
but it's almost like having HSV1, HVS1, whatever, like herpes simplex
Well,
1.
two is on your mouth.
Oh,
One
I
is
don't
in
even
your
know about that.
puss.
Okay, so I'll
Or
take
one
the
or
two.
the other.
I'll take
I
the
don't
one
know.
that's
I
on-
mean, I didn't have a
I'll
cold
take the
sore,
cold
so I know
sore
I
kind.
ain't, I
I'll
ain't
take the
kissing, I
cold
ain't
sore
sucking, I
kind.
ain't licking.
But
yeah.
but no, I mean, I think that women are also more understanding, right? Like, I'm sure you didn't be like, oh, you dirty. You know what I'm saying? Or what kind of dirty niggas
But
you
also,
fuck?
we
Like,
have
dudes be
understanding when
doing
it comes to even a smell or BV. Like,
Right.
me and my homegirls talk about it all the time. Like, BV is a thing. Like, and my homegirls will be like, bitch, what do I... Boric acid. This is what you take. Like, we understand that our body is so much more complex than men that we just have an
is what it
innate
is.
understanding of that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
internal
So-
organs and external organs.
So Let's Chat Podcast. Y'all are available everywhere. Also YouTube,
Yes.
so they could see y'all
What days
fine
do your
asses.
episodes come
New
out?
episodes on Mondays.
Oh, bitch, don't try to compete with us.
Oh my
You can hear them
God.
hoes
Well,
tomorrow.
y'all just took our weekend, so we might not even have one this Monday.
Oh,
So we
Oh,
were
okay.
like, yeah, go find it.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't care. Let's go Whoreible. podcast on Patreon. Check us out where we give all the updated tea, what happened last night, what happened the other day. And yeah, thanks for watching.
That's right. Thank y'all for tuning in to yet another episode of Whoreible. This is Gian. Thank you so much. Let's Chat Podcast.
Bye.
And check them out.
Goose, mother goose.